Da 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 da. That's right, we are doing things in Vintage Story once again. Doesn't mean we're going to survive. Possibly, possibly not. Radio. I just need to change this to that. Start the loading process, which I should have done beforehand. But it is what it is. But either way, let's jump over to the game screen and watch things go. While I pour myself a glass of juice. Because why not? What is the worst that can possibly happen? And yes, I know it's taking a while to load because things. The mods and such. It's just taking a little bit of time. And I just realized I haven't switched the audio back over for this game back over to what it's supposed to be, so currently not getting any audio. Not that there's any audio to go with it. And we just crashed. Of course we did. So sound, we will switch this over. I have no idea how well it's going because I can barely hear it. So I just need to sit here for a little bit and let things load. Sadly. Beepity beep 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 and beep. Loading time. Lovely. Oh, here we go. It is actually loading stuff this now. Or, well, it was before, but it just wasn't giving us any signal that it was. That's going to take a while, so we're going to remind later. Cool, I do have audio. It's just not as loud as I thought it would be. There we go. Right, what exactly were we doing? Alright, yeah, pottery stuff. We just got back from traveling, I think. Gonna throw our raft over here and put the store that there. Cool. Do we still have a fire starter in here somewhere? No, so we're going to have to make a new one, but that's okay. That's simple enough. We just do that. That, want that. Why there's 2 lots of birch cane, I don't know. Probably because I messed up. We've got the 3 lots for that. Don't have any bones, don't have anything that goes in there. Wow, we were really just throwing things into containers. That could be worse. So get another one there. Then we stick one just there. One inside the shack and one at the pit kiln. This is the clay pickaxe. And that's the hammer mold. Okay, hammer time. Well, pickaxe time technically, but and now it's time for the most tedious part of this. Getting all the dry grass. Because if I remember rightly, I need something like 270. I could be wrong. I could have mathed wrong. And there goes the knife. There's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5 going in there. Let's get ourselves another knife. Which one did we throw the flint in? This one. That's not what I clicked. I wanted the flint. Sure, we'll get another shovel here. And we didn't bring the sticks with us. Archive, clay crock, clay bowls, more bowls. Okay, I was wrong with how many I did. That's okay. I'm allowed to be wrong. I'm more often than not wrong, but again, that's okay. I'm allowed to be. It means I'm only human. Okay, random tree. Time for you to come down. Because there's sticks and more firewood. And I need to figure out a temporary roof for this. Especially seeing as rainfall is common. We have dirt somewhere. Not there. Just put that like that for easy access up. Wrong button. Well, wrong thing, not right set of buttons, wrong location. Okay. Oak leaves. Oh, I do need that out still. I need to remake my knife. Yeah, I'm easily distracted. It's not the worst thing. Yay, we have fish. Don't have anything in here yet because it hasn't been long enough. These berry bushes are flowering. Ooh, berry bushes over there that I hadn't noticed. These look to be the dog roses as well. Cool. Let's cook some trout. And I did it again. I put my torch out in the water by not paying attention. First, let's slice this trout up. See if we're hoping we could get some eggs to throw back in the water, but apparently we didn't. I told you things were trying to kill me. Gribblies don't like me. I do not like that sound. There's a Bowthorn somewhere. There's a couple of Bowthorn. I do think we are going to sleep in a moment, but I want to have food ready for when we get up. Right, so Gribbly here doesn't want to let us out. We need a new one of these. I'm guessing we're trapped at the moment. So I hear a shiver out there as well. Those damn spider-looking creature things. Alright, so I think we're going to push our luck real quick. Open this door and run. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. There's that one down. Okay. My apologies about the background noise just now. I need to quickly get up and sort my door again. Awa, Aaron. Awa. I hope you're doing well, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to do much stuff recently. Background noise can be really annoying, but having my... Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You don't get to just invade my home area and run away. Okay, these guys are not dropping me any fun stuff at the moment. Where did that spider creature go? Die. Yeah. Those look to be underground ones. These are just oak leaves. And my spear is almost dead yet again. I need more sticks. It's time to turn more firewood into sticks. Man, that door really hates me. I think we're going to quickly make 2 more spears. And then we're going to work on trying to get ourselves the smithing area set up. For that, we are going to need more materials. It's not the most pretty supplies, but we will work with what we have. We're probably going to continue to take this down, so I'm going to just quickly, without a lot of terrain editing, start a wall in this area. It doesn't have to be too big, but we need to be able to get around without getting shot at. Doesn't mean things won't spawn in the area and shoot at us, but we can hopefully manage that. Plus this hill is right where I want to put my smithing area. So we are going to tear it down piece by piece, if we have to. Another shovel. Oh, more flint. And I'm glad you're doing okay, Aaron. Many hugs, many snugs. Okay, seeing as our inventory is filling up, two more pieces of dirt. And we also need to find some food. Okay, I didn't need the extra 2 pieces. I did that the wrong way. I mathed wrong. You'll find that's a common feature in me mathing stuff. I usually math wrong. I am sorry about the ads. Nope, that's a snake. We are staying away from the snake. I don't fancy having the screen go funny again. Let's just clip some of these cranberry bushes so that we can plant more about, so we have a better supply of cranberries once they grow. Some smattering of them like that. Yeah. Even if they technically won't be inside the wall. I debated on doing this or Warframe. I just wasn't feeling up to Warframe tonight. We'll continue bringing this over to, let's see, another gate there. Now, as much as I want to be right on the water's edge with my wall, I think that's a bad idea. Well, we're going to have to be for part of this, and I need to move some of these. And the best way to move them is using a shovel, at least in my opinion. And it's right there. Cool. And time to get some more of the dirt. And I'm wondering if I should build a couple more fish traps in a couple other locations. Like one by the, a bit more by the farm area. Another one probably this side of everything. Okay, that's another lot of packed dirt. So leave a gap there for a door. Because while I don't think it is absolutely necessary, more fish traps mean more fish, which means more food. Which means less starvation. And I also have another issue. I never checked to see if this stuff was salt water or not. But it doesn't look like it. We're not getting the damaged by salt water buff or anything like that. Oh, debuff. That was not a lot of food. That's our charcoal pit, which unfortunately is outside of the walls. More flowering, that's 3 days for some more of those. Empty, empty. Cave system, that's going to be dark and scary. Flowering, empty. Bit of bolette, that's poisonous. I really should stop running. I believe this stuff is poisonous. Yeah, 4 HP. And I apologize for the background noise. It seems like the flatmate doesn't care that I am streaming. But that's okay. Things will hopefully be changing in the future. By changing in the future, I mean new flatmate. Tinderhoof. Grab some of that. It is a little bit unfortunate that it is only a small amount, but the other mushrooms in this area seem... Ooh. A hollow with onion seeds. There's one hollow, there's usually more, but it doesn't look like that today. Like currant bushes, grabs that for the moment. Pomegranate, cypress seeds, and a temporal gear. Ooh, that is really lucky. Now, I believe we did reset our spawn location with the last temporal gear we got. But I could be wrong. And you know what? Even though I'm not going to be able to feed them or anything like that, I am tempted to set up a rabbit trap. Because if I can get rabbits regularly, that is a little bit less hunting I have to do. So we're going to have to make a new hoe, dig out a small area, as well as a new shovel. But yeah, new hoe, new shovel, dig out an area, and let rabbits drop into there while they try to steal our food. Now, I do not want to use this at the moment, because that will probably cause problems. Carrots, spelt. There's the onion. Okay, the turnips look like they're doing okay. Cabbages in stage 2 of 12. We will get there. Okay. We want at least 2 of these for the moment. And then we want a hoe. A ho 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 ho. And I can sacrifice a flax seed for this. I'm going to do it a little bit wider than necessary. Because I want to be able to see when it's got the rabbits in it. Which the rabbits then might attract foxes, but that's okay. Because if I remember rightly, the mechanic is that the rabbits spawn in tall grass and go for your crops. Which is why we don't have any tall grass in here. And if we see any, we remove it. That is a lingonberry plant. We're not going to be able to keep that around all that much longer. We'll try to get some seeds from its produce, but its produce has to be gathered for that. Look at that, we have enough to do everything into rammed earth, not just try hide some away. I'll quickly just make another shovel, because I don't want to dig that by hand. That will take forever. And it will give me an indication if we're going to need to use a pickaxe. Yes, we are. But that's okay. We will manage. Because once we've got everything in place, we don't have to dig out more. Well, we are going to have to dig out more, but yeah. Which luckily now means we can take our dirt, stack it, and stuff here is done. It's getting dark out. Gonna need another shovel real quick, because we're going to go try acquire our charcoal. What's the rift activity like? Medium again. I do not know why this is digging so fast, but I'm okay with this. Okay, that won't keep them out, but it will at least give us a little bit of cover. I'll grab this and go a little bit of an extension. Okay. I don't think we've made the tongs that we will need. And there's the boat one over there. Crucible. Hammer. Nope, 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 nope. Ow. That was close. Do we have any horsetail in here? No, no there is not. And we don't have any food. Oh, this could be worse. Could be so much worse. It's not going to be nice, but some saturation. Didn't want to cook these, but probably going to have to for this. Because otherwise we're not going to be able to eat it. Well, get out and eat. Well, get out there to do the stuff we need, I should say. Not eat. Brain. The hammer mold. It's the only mold we managed to get. So we'll take the 20 of these. One of these ropes. And some sticks to make the tongs. still not the greatest. If we go out there, there's some in the pit. Ooh.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, Floof. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Hey, rusty gear. If you are EP, then go EEP. There is a simple solution to being EP. It is the sleepy. The sleepy of the EP. Yeah, let's hope. Nope. No fish in there. Unfortunately, none of this will be growing. So we are going to have to go berry hunting. Again. My rabbit trap's not working. Or hasn't worked yet. Right. So how much... We've got 5 in there total. Do we have any in the chest out here? No. I would, but Floof, you're not easy to get to. You're in the North Island. It costs me a lot to get up there. Plus, you're the one that complained about being EP. What's that? Orange oak bullet. Yes. I was wrong. We do have some options for food. Oh hey, a worm. Now let's see. What do we have up here? A rhino corpse. That is not good. But we've got some bearded mushroom as well. Thank you, Flu, for the 39 months of Prime subscription. You wonderful sweet bean. So we're going to eat the bearded tooth mushroom to tide us over. Got 7 of those. Now, can we find any more black currant? We do not want that the mirrors are on because that will poison us. Well, not poison, it'll just damage our health right off the bat. It's flowering. Ooh, turnips. How many turnips are we going to get out of this? 6, 8. Okay, yeah, no. We are good for what we can do now. We just need to get back to base. Now, if I am right, we can make a mushroom stew with boiled turnips and potentially some berries if we really push it. But mushroom and turnip stew will feed us a lot more than just turnip and mushroom. Hop, 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 hop. So we are gonna come all the way back over here, find our cooking pot, pickaxe mold, and our Propic mold, alongside a crock and a bowl. We're gonna come in here and go, oh god, we don't have enough wood to do this. Orange oak bolet stew. Hefty. We do likely have an axe on us, I think. Yep, so we can make the more of the firewood out of the birch logs. Which then means we can cook up our stew. And in the meantime we can eat these 2 that are left over. And these blackberries. And then, finally, we can actually make up some copper tools. I got the serving quantity wrong a little bit, but we managed to salvage it, which is probably why it was taking so long to cook. Let's just check a couple of things while this is happening. And here we go. Here is our first cooked meal of this game. Okay, I have to do it this way. And now we have it in a pot. Oh, not so much a pot, but a crock. By definition, I guess it's a pot, but you know what I mean. It's a storage vessel. We can grab our thing, left click on it, and get a bowl of vegetable stew. Which when we eat, ooh, that almost filled us up. But luckily, we can eat some more, and we only ate half of that. Cool. Now we get to pour our hammer pick and pro pick molds. Do I know exactly what I'm doing? No, never do. But I know enough to get by. Right, we don't need to hold that anymore. Over here, grab that. Have to do this inside because, well, otherwise things will explode if it rains. Do I think this trap is going to work? Probably not. And I completely forgot about this gap that I did not fill in. Now we need to get the materials for a anvil. Don't need to be carrying that around with me. I just can go on with that one. But either way, we're going to continue tearing down as much of that hill as we can until our pickaxe is ready. I mean, hey, there's free building material in the long run. Or even just free scaffolding material. Terry!
Fox, Blues Point.
Terry, thank you for the 57 months of support, you wonderful sweet bean. It feels like, just like yesterday when you first popped into chat and said hello. It's hard to believe that 57 months has gone by. Especially with such a lovely community that shows up when they can. Habwa. Okay, we are almost at the point where we are going to need that pickaxe. Yes, I know I should probably try build with the terrain, but it's right where I want to build. It's right in the way. So obviously it all has to come down. And it said, we've got a skill here. Hopwa. Graveyard Keeper will be returning next stream. I don't know how popular that was, but it was a nice relaxing game to play. I know, Terry, I know. Time flies when having fun. Or more specifically, time flies when surrounded by good people. And I know I've said this before, but I am in the process of sorting out a server, physical server that I have access to for doing community stuff on. Be it a community vintage story server, a community Minecraft server, or something like that. Or even a community Space Engineers server one day. Just open it up and let people in, see what we do. See where things go. Let's throw these piles of dirt down. Get them out of our inventory. And make things a little bit tidy. And if I'm being honest, tonight was more of a spur of the moment stream. Mostly because I needed something to do. So, honestly, I'm not expecting many people to show up. But then again, it's also the beginning of the week for a lot of people. Pickaxe, prospecting pick, hammer. Now we have some stuff in a couple of these that we need to smash up. Like the cassiterite. We only got 2 pieces, but that would get us a tin bronze pickaxe. Like, we've got our native gold. More native gold. So, go here. We'll smash the... We got almost half an ingot of gold. That's not too bad. So, let's get us some granite. Now I probably started doing this the wrong way, but oh well. And I am mining out in this specific pattern because we want to get some of the solid granite for making a quern a bit later and for decorative stuff. And it's getting dark again, which means the Bowtorn are likely to start jumping out shortly. Alongside the other really annoying shivers. Yeah, it is a high rift activity night. Oh, that's not going to be good. And we don't have another spear, which is unfortunate. Oh. Right. I am going to crack open my can. If I can get my finger's in the right spot for it. And unfortunately, yes, we are having to wait out some of these shivers and such. However, that does not mean we can't be productive. Where'd I put it? I don't think that's all of the... Is that really all of the red clay we've got left? No, it's out there. Okay. We will be a bit more productive this way. Get ourselves some more spears. That shiver really wanted a piece of me. Okay, we don't have enough to make another ingot. Even though we don't have all of the clay, we do have the ability to at least start on what we need. We will start on the anvil. Because why not? Hell, I'm looking at doing a Project Zomboid server once I learn how to play Project Zomboid more than I know how to. I know how to die in Project Zomboid, that's about it, realistically. Even if the people that I was playing with yesterday would say otherwise. Nothing from them. Nothing from that one. Nothing from that one. And how dare they come up behind me and hit me while I am looting through their dead friend's corpse. And the one out in the water is probably a Botorn, and I am starving. That's... it's hurting me. Lovely. Oh, that was close. I do not like the fact that there are Botorn outside my house. Especially as I'm starving. And, I currently don't know where food is. That's a bit of bullets. The orange ones over here. Oh, I'm gonna grab some of these. It's better. Better. At this rate, we're going to die to starvation. Which honestly wouldn't surprise me if it. Oh, bunch of berries. They didn't help all that much, but they stopped the hunger pains. Oh, that was almost a mistake. Sea berries. They will ripen within 1 day. And because they're not on my auto list, I don't know how to add to it. If I could, I would. And while I think about it, get it so that we can get some more horsetail growing back at the base. And apparently we've been to this ruin before. Either way, the issue I was having the other day that was caused by I don't know what of panning not working. Panning is now working, so grabbing the bony soil is now worth it for me. But unfortunately, there is no food here. That is unfortunate. Full grown rye, yay. Some more grain in us. Okay, raspberry bushes. Again, not on our auto map markers mod, but You know, I should probably start collecting this. So I know I'm going to need it in the future, and I know I'm going to need a lot of it. And I don't fancy making any of the various modded ways of getting resin. Kapok seed, pine seed, peanut seed, cassava seed. Don't want any of them. Hackberry trees. Okay, cool. Adachi, what do you got? Blue clay, fire clay, diamonds, charcoal. You're the artesian. Yeah, you don't really have anything I want, Adachi. Why that one didn't put a little orange tree, I don't know. Amaranth, maple. No thanks. Right, yeah, they were all down that way. So we've been going the wrong way. Interesting. But not interesting enough for me to go poke around near Smokey over there. I'd rather not get mauled by a bear today. Dryad saddle, I remember being rather poisonous, I believe. Nope, something's happening. Oh no. Apparently it's not poisonous, that's good. No, it's the earthen balls or something. Jack-o'-lanterns are not on our list to collect. Okay, we have 8 Tinderhoof. I'd like to get 8 of something else for a nice meal. Well, that's 2 poultry. That's 4. Ow. Why it's not flying away, I have no idea, but that's 5. Six. Just need 2 more pieces of poultry. We're going to be lucky. No, we need 1 more. Sorry, friend, you are out of luck. Okay, I was out of luck there. Because it didn't give me a single piece of poultry from that one, even though the weight was good. Come on, let this be another duck. It was. But now let's... Knowing my luck, it's going to be another poultryless duck. There we go. Now we can go back home. So we're going to have Tinderhoof and poultry stew. You know, that doesn't actually sound too bad. Though I have been told duck is rather gamey. And knowing my luck... Oh, okay, my luck didn't hold out. There is no fish in the trap. Hop, 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 hop. Let's keep checking on that. Probably gonna need another piece of firewood on. We'll put 2 just in case. And we will continue with this here. Hop, 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 hop. I hope everyone is doing well tonight. And would you look at that? We got the anvil made and our food is just about cooked. Come on. There we go. The crock has been filled. Take the bowl, fill it from that. Oh, that is a really nice one. We got a fairly hearty meal out of that. Now we will continue with our zipper setup so that we can get some stone. Admittedly, we don't want to push it too far with using this pickaxe, especially as we currently can't replace it. But that's okay. We will manage. And there we go, we are getting the granite blocks. We're looking at this because we can make the granite quern, the coffin section, which requires a chisel, the pottery wheel, and these granite bases, which also require the chisel but also require mortar. But honestly, we want it for the polished rock. Then we take it to the slab, then we break it up, and we get ashlar, which we can then use for other things. Though I could also use the quarry mod, but we don't have the metal to get the plugs made up. So we've got our initial beginnings for stone stuff, for chiseling and decoration stuff. Beyond that, do I know what I'm doing? No. Okay, we're about halfway through the pickaxe. We better go get the actual copper so we can make a new one. Even if it is starting to get a bit dark out. Alright, where is Smokey? Don't see him. Lingonberries. Might as well do the whole lot. We've got plenty of food at the moment. Once we're at a stage where we can feed ourselves, we might try capture some chickens. Because getting eggs might be nice. Now I am worried that that red dot off to the left is probably Smokey. And I really don't want to get in the fight with a bear. Especially seeing as I don't have any armor. Oh, King Bullet. That won't go back exactly there, but... we have a rough idea where they'll grow. And the Rasula. Orange oak. Right. Shovel time. Grab that one. Because I'm fairly certain it should be this way. Okay, medium amounts within 8 blocks of that. Doesn't exactly help, but... we just know it's here somewhere. Found it. Just had to go a little bit lower. Alright. See, we already have enough to make a couple of 2 pickaxe heads. And we'll have even more by the time this is over. Ideally, I want to go straight to a bronze anvil, but probably not going to be able to. Okay, cool. We've got all of the copper in here from what I can tell. But we will smash this block over here and find out. Cool. Density search, because why not? Limonite. That is titanium. We don't need titanium. Native copper bits can go, the copper ore one can go. We will take a reading from near home when we get there. If we get there. It's a medium. Oh. Yeah, if we get there. I do not need to be running into a pit and die. Oh, hey, more copper. I do not like that noise. That is a boat horn. And it has its eyes... I don't know. It has its sights set on me. Which means our home is probably not much better. Though I like seeing it lit up a bit like that, so when we can, we will be getting lanterns and or more torch holders. Okay, we are going to sleep. And hey, Kilmore. I have been distracted. I caught a little bit. I was mostly distracted. I popped in, said hi to Kai, dropped an anvil on his head, and then got distracted by people teaching me how to play Project Zomboid. Oh, that sounds problematic. Wait, let me guess. It was Kai. Or the little robot dude. Clone. Robot thing. The tiny robot thing, right? Or is that the tiny clone? Alright. You know, that's not very surprising. You'd think I'd be surprised by that, but I'm not. You know, I'm going to quickly pause this because I realize Vintage Story is quiet at the moment and there's not a lot of background noise. So I am going to give some background noise. There we go. Now, first, we need to make a new knife blade. Ooh, that does sound intriguing. Where did I put those sticks? I looked right over them. Wrong button. Now I need the clay. I will try my best to catch the next one that happens, even if I might be half asleep at the time. Oh, that was a accident. I am going to upgrade my pit kiln area here a little bit. Just to make it look a bit more like a permanent structure. Rather than a ramshackle waste of space. I did not mean to do that. But I also need something to do with the stone that I've been digging up, so cobblestone it is. I was aware of what was happening long enough to hear something about a TARDIS being said. But yeah, that shows about how much awareness I had yesterday. That will do for now, the moment for that. Then we go density 1, 2, and 3. Interesting. So I have high amounts of cassiterite underneath my base. I have high amounts of tin underneath the base. 1, 2, and why not 3 over here. Cinnabar and bismuth. Castrite is... Right. So we might be able to jump straight into tin bronze stuff after all. You know, I was going to make a smart-ass comment of when isn't Crystal's character being traumatized, but then I realized that's a redundant question. Okay, 100 units of copper. So we need, I think, 3 of that. I haven't got my math exactly for this. Which means if we can get the... Yeah. Brain. We can get the tin. We can get a... Get everything better off right off the bat. We can then go straight for a saw. And we'll be able to... So we've entered the age of 10. Cobblestone can go there. Lingonberries. I'm gonna plant you over here once I fill this small gap out with dirt. Because we've got a shit ton of it. Come over here, just grab 1, 2. Should be more than enough. Oh yeah, that would mess anyone up. Hey, Sunwaffle. Hope you are doing well. We have just pretty much discovered we have tin right underneath our base. And we need a new pickaxe. Yeah, we have ultra high cassiterite with a small percentage of finding it, but we have the prospecting pick, we have time, we have ladders. Our farm is looking alright. Just, this is definitely modded. I have a fair amount of them. Put that in the wrong spot. should actually change the order of those. Not that it really matters now that that one just broke. Put something off the side of that. Oh hey, yeah, I have that mod enabled. Yeah, Crystal has been pretty lively with a lot of stuff from what I have seen. Very entertaining. Which is admittedly why I feel bad that I miss a lot of her streams. But time zones are a pain. I miss hanging out with a lot of yous. I should also prepare to get that brain anvil mold smelted as well. Well, fired. Put it in that one. Yeah, I won't deny that, but it's still, as much as I hate saying it, while I am dealing with a lot, there are people out there dealing with a lot more than I am. And they still manage. Hey Drake, how's things going? How's things over in farming land? It's still soft copper, damn it. Oh, I know my situation sucks. I just try to make the best of it. Doesn't always work. Fair enough. I will say, not in a trying to cope way, my situation may be bad. It's getting better. Slowly. But there are people out there whose situations are worse than mine that aren't getting better. If I could make their lives half as better by providing some entertainment, that's what I'm going to do. I know if I'm having a bad day and certain people are streaming, they're more than happy to have me show up in their stream and just hang out there. Yeah. Helping where you can is one thing. Helping beyond your means is an entirely different thing. Okay, we have a Cassiterite reading. So we're just going to drop this down one more. Go 2, 3, 4. We're going to go out 8. This way and see if we get a different reading. Okay, small amounts that way. Which means it's probably below us, but have to try to be sure. Okay, it's not that way. So what I'm going to do to mark that it's not that way is I'm just going to put a pile of stones there. Okay, large amounts. No, it's not that way, but I'm putting this in so that I know that this is where I took the reading. And in fact, just make sure we know it's not that way. Another pile of stone. take this reading here. And we're still on large amounts, so it is probably down. One, two. Three, four. You go down this much. And we're going to mine this way for a little bit. And there we go. We have hit tin. I really do not know how I actually mathed that out to hit the tin right there. But somehow I did it, and we have tin. Which means we don't have to make a copper anvil, and this is the last copper pickaxe we make. Last copper tool. We're just going to do this because we've seen it going down a little bit. No, cool. How my stability is not going down, I don't know. Just to make sure. In fact, we've got more tin here than we have copper. But luckily we know another area where we can go mining for copper. And yes, I know the mining might not be all that interesting, but it needs to be done. And just in case, we're switching this to node. Just make sure trace amounts went up. Okay. Not a huge amount left, but it's good to know. Oh, something's happening. The game is not liking me, and I think I just crashed. Yeah, I just crashed. Unfortunately, given that we have just crashed, I think I am actually going to call it here. So I'm going to check, see who's live. And I don't know when that last saved on me, so yeah. And honestly, I'm not seeing anyone I want to raid specifically, so we'll see who's playing Vintage. That's our raid call, and thank you all for tuning in. I shall be live again tomorrow with some more Graveyard Keeper. You know what? I haven't raided this person for a while, I haven't hung out with them for a while, but they do good content, even if they... and they are in VRC at the moment. Even if I don't get to watch their content all that much. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I shall see you next time, and have a good one.